closer.
I've had a lot of comments over the years asking me about what's the deal with the thumbnail girl. I've also had a lot of people judging me because of the thumbnail girl. I've got people out there who hate my guts because of the thumbnail girl, and those people can just... So who the hell is this bitch and why is she in every video? I don't know. Do you know? What's her deal? Is she a gender-bent version of RadicalSoda? I know we look so similar. It's time for me to tell you the spooky story of how the thumbnail girl came to be. It's not that spooky though, but I can make it spooky if you want. Long ago, before I deleted more than 800 old videos, I used to be what's called a desperate wank fuck. Look at these videos, man. Sonic the Hedgehog and TV shows #2. Yeah, that doesn't scream virgin. And who could forget such classics like So Much Hitler? Needless to say, I didn't really have a consistent style for my videos. I mean, one day it'll be a stupid-ass Gmod sketch, which gets 10 million views, and then the next day it'll be a Let's Play, which gets 3. Don't forget to sprinkle in a few YouTuber animations in there. And then suddenly, I decided to make some actual content. Well, you should play Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, you fucking shouldn't!
Holy crap, filled stockings covered in semen. I'm gonna die of a heart attack if he invents anything more vicious than this.
There's a reason why I deleted these videos. These you should play style videos eventually kind of boiled down to some shitty kind of game reviews, sort of similar to the RadicalSoda episodes of current day. In fact, the last you should play was similar enough to the fact that I actually kept it up on the channel. Still don't recommend it. But RadicalSoda, where the hell is Poppy? You promised us tits! When I was a young lad, around 18/19, I went to this fancy place called Animation College. There I learned that drawing with a mouse probably is a bad idea, as much as I thought my Smosh animated videos were top-notch stuff. And I also learned how to actually draw, you know, with basic shapes and reference. Absolute magic. In my spare time, I taught myself how to draw ladies with the help of a picture of Elise from League of Legends. Thank you, Paul Quan. I practiced by drawing a different girl every day until I was really good. Until I was really bad. When I finally decided to pick a fucking lane and work on one kind of video, I wanted a nice thumbnail theme. You can see I had the pixelated looking original border thingy and the old speedrun honeybun border too, but I also had an illustrated version of myself. At the time I was watching a lot of Kid Icarus, JonTron, Some Call Me Johnny, Ant Guy, so I wanted a little illustration of myself to represent myself in the thumbnails. And what did I come up with? I'll go. However, despite the ugliness, people actually did watch my videos. Well, the Sonic ones anyway! However, I got a bunch of people commenting that the little drawing of myself looked very womanly. I don't know if it was like the timestamp covering the chest and its lack of breasts. Not that I don't actually have breasts, they're just man tits though. Or if it was from the curved back, you can thank Paul Guan for that one. But it got me thinking. If people are clicking on the video because they think it's a girl in the thumbnail, then actually having a girl in the thumbnail. And I mean, I like drawing girls, so... Say hello to... The original thumbnail girl was indeed a gender-bent RadicalSoda. Looking at the drawing now, it looks more like a monsterized RadicalSoda, but hey, that's why you practice drawings. You can improve from this shit. As time went on, I got a little better at drawing every day. In fact, the original girl thumbnail art only lasted 3 videos. And while at first I was content to keep the same pose and just change, you know, the clothing and occasionally the hairstyle, I felt like I could do better. And I stopped feeling like this was, you know, girl version RadicalSoda and more their own character. You can see over time I started adding more and more distinctive features that are still there to this day, like the long strands of hair on the side of her face and the star-shaped pupils. Enter Poppy on freaking Sonic Horror Games 2. Christ, this is when I started drawing a new Poppy for every video. Each illustration takes up at least a day usually. I'm a very slow drawer, and to be honest, I'm not very good with figuring out poses and such, so it usually takes me a long time to find one I'm happy with. Over the course of a few years, you can see Poppy change and evolve and unevolve and get eyes way too big for her head. At one point, the art got so revealing and over the top. A couple years later, I went back and changed it. I am not proud of those days. Eventually, the style I was drawing in became so fucking ugly, mainly due to the weird proportions and dark purple shading I was using everywhere. I took a step back and I tried something a little different. The Lost World videos don't exactly have Poppy on the thumbnails, but I was proud of these drawings and I liked the style. I continued with this sort of thing for a while, but it seemed I couldn't stick to a consistent character design for the life of me, so eventually it was just a different girl on each thumbnail. So, once I took a well-needed break after Super Smash Bros. Character RadicalSoda Part 1 of 2, of which there will never be a Part 2, I sat down and tried to draw a version of old Poppy, the original Poppy. Not the original, but, you know, the one from the thumbnails where I used her a lot, but it had been in my current style. And this is what that looked like. I thought she looked nice and wholesome, and I, you know, figured this was a good point as any to start off with. And that's kind of where we're at now. Poppy's been pretty consistent ever since. Most of the time I'm happy with what I've come up with, although there are a few out there which I'm not super happy with, like the Sonic Colors Part 3 and Scalar. I don't like this one. It's too busy. There's something wrong with her face. Her eyes are too close together or something. Sometimes I'll stumble across a new design idea I really like the short hair and the face from the Tai 2 thumbnail, and I try to incorporate that into my newer drawing, so Poppy's always going to be changing and evolving, but I'm going to try and keep her a lot closer to the source material than I used to. Well, that's kind of it. I just wanted to make a short video about who Poppy is and, you know, why she's on the thumbnails. I've debated actually getting rid of her for a long time, but at this point she's as iconic to the channel as I am. And to be a good sport, I asked Twitter if they had any, like, questions about Poppy. A lot of them were personality-based, like, what's her favorite beverage? But I don't know stuff like that, guys. She's a drawing. Alright, first question. Why did you pick the name Poppy? Actually, a friend named Poppy. I always have trouble coming up with names for things, so I asked around, and one of my friends said, hey, you know, Soda Pop, Poppy, chuck it together, and it was that ever since. Second question, do you intend to make her an NFT? You can get a phone case with her on it. Link in description. Third question, opinion on Poppy porn. I can't stop you, but please don't send it to me. How old is Poppy? Well, the first video she was in was on, May 20th, 2017, so she's 5 years old. But the porn question's looking pretty sus now, huh? What do you think of people thinking that you're trans because of her? That's why this video exists. Well, not the whole reason why this video exists, but to clear up that question, I'm just a guy with long hair. Sorry to disappoint. What's with the coin in her hair? Ask YouTube! Do you think Poppy and Bear Grylls would get along? Can I draw her as a really basic furry? You can draw her however you like. Not that I'm a furry, but I really do like seeing fan art of Poppy. I have a folder on my computer that I put the names of who made it, and yeah. Do you have any plans for her beside being the channel mascot? No, but if you buy enough gamer subs using code RADICAL, they'll make a waifu cup of her. And that's kind of it, guys. Just wanted to make this video, clearing up a few things, let you all know where Poppy came from, why she's the channel mascot now, and to answer a few of your guys' commonly asked questions. So, that's it. If you've got any more questions, I'll, almost swallowed my own tongue there. Put them in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, I don't really know much about her personality because she's a fucking drawing, but yeah, I'll do my best. Look, it's Lego Sonic!